Everyone knows Liverpool and their front four now of Salah, Nunez, Diaz, and Firmino. And if you follow Liverpool at all, you will also know how badly in need of another central midfielder they are since the departure of Gini Wijnaldum. Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund is a strong favourite to replace the open spot still left by Wijnaldum, but there is another interesting tidbit of footy news that made its way around about a month or so ago. Mbappe feels betrayed by PSG and is set to leave in January? Also saying Liverpool is the prime destination? The ears of Liverpool fans all over the world perked up quite a bit at that one. But how would he fit in with this front four? Of course, there was also another rumor circling before Salah penned his new contract with the club that he would be out the door by summer of 23. So I kind of took those rumors, tied them all up into a pretty little bow, and tried my hand at a little test. Could Liverpool shift Salah off to PSG and take in Bellingham and Mbappe in return? And how would the club fare for a full season without Salah and with the new boys in town? That is where we find ourselves, ladies and gents. So let's dive in. So here we are in 2023 on June 4th. You can see I have switched out Salah with Mbappe. I have brought in Bellingham. He has, funny enough, got the most red cards. But top scorer of the club is Kylian Mbappe with 44 goals. Mbappe with the highest rating of 765. Assists with Art Elliott, pass completion, blah, blah, blah. Most player of the match awards, 17 with Kylian Mbappe. As you can see, unfortunately, they were pipped to the league title by 1 point by Man City. And if we look at the league table, one loss to Man City, a bunch of draws is the only thing that really was the deal here. But Mbappe, Bellingham, that is why we are here. And then we will take a look at Salah in just a minute. But let's take a quick look. Kylian Mbappe, how did he do this season? His stats are still through the roof. Absolutely insane. You wouldn't expect that to change in a year. Only 24 years old. Absolutely insane. 900,000 per week until 2025. If you didn't see previously on the channel, I did a whole thing on how to use the FM editor, the pregame editor, and this was what I was gearing towards. So I shipped Mbappe off from PSG to Liverpool. I shipped Salah off to PSG, and I brought Bellingham in just to see what was going to happen. And insanity right now. Champions League, 9+1 appearances, 772, 10 goals and 2 assists. Premier League, 35+1, 27 goals, 13 assists. I actually probably would have assumed a little bit more, but 756 average rating. Emirates Cup, FA Cup, 6 appearances, 5 goals, 3 assists, 792 average rating. Community Shield, don't care about that, but 2 goals in 1 match, 860 average rating. 51+2 overall, 44 goals, 18 assists, and 765 overall average rating for this entire season. Absolutely phenomenal. If we look at Bellingham, not too bad overall. His Premier League stats, though, 30 appearances +1, only 1 goal, 7 assists, not too bad. But only a 7.0 average rating. I kind of would have expected a little bit more. Kind of wondered what would happen in the couple of seasons after. But only 49,000 per week to 25. Again, these are Borussia Dortmund. These are PSG contracts. Just switched to have a start date at Liverpool of 2022. So the contracts are all the same. Everything's all the same except for where they are now sitting. Are there any injuries for these guys? 2023, so flu for 10 days and then a pulled calf muscle for 2 weeks. So he was out for a little while, about 3.5 weeks thereabouts. If we go back to Mbappe, if we go to injuries, so he's got nothing this season. So he was there every single time. Not too bad at all. Liverpool, in and of itself, as we saw, if we go to competitions, we definitely saw second in place for the Premier League, knocked out of the quarterfinals by PSG, funny enough, in the Champions League. So we'll get to Salah in just a minute. Emirates FA Cup, they did win, knocked out by Tottenham in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, and winners of the FA Community Shield. So overall, still not too shabby of a season. You kind of would have expected, I guess, a little bit more. Man City's always going to be up there. They're always going to be the tough opponents, but I would have hoped that Bellingham at least would be the push to bring Liverpool into another title season. Unfortunately, not the case. However, let us look at Mohamed Salah right now. Champions League, 11 appearances, 9 goals, 2 assists, 733 average rating. Ligue 1, 32 plus 1, 28 goals, 4 assists, 761 average rating. Coupe de France, 6, 5, and 2 with 775. Overall, 50 plus 1, 42 appearances, 42 goals, 8 assists, 754 average rating. I think overall, Mohamed Salah had the better season. And to be honest, only at a 350,000 per week. Probably, if this was a real life situation, never should have gotten rid of Mbappe, never should have gotten Salah, swapped them back. Bellingham still come in for however much it would have been, and I think Liverpool would have had slightly better. But if we looked at competitions for, I don't want Liverpool, let's go PSG's competitions. So if you look at the schedule, let's see, quarterfinals of the Coupe de France. For semifinals, they did lose out to Stade Rennais in the Coupe de France. And apparently they lost to Real Madrid. Oh my God, Salah and Real Madrid do not mix all that well. But they lost out to Real Madrid in the semifinals. Unfortunately, PSG still not picking up a Champions League trophy. Injury-wise, how did Salah do? He did have a hip injury for 4 weeks, so that kept him out. Major. And if you look at, if I could click right, and you look at Ligue 1, Salah is up there, first of the league, 28, but he's tied for first with Ben Yedder. If he had those 4 weeks back, he probably could have gotten at least one more. Average rating tops, and that's about, no, player of the match, 9, compared to Mbappe's, what was it, 17. So overall, fantastic players. What are you going to expect here? Actually, let's go back to the Premier League and see what happened. Haaland with 36 goals to top, the number one top in the Premier League. Mbappe second with 27. Nunez actually with 19. But Haaland was 773. Mbappe was 765. Assists with 13, though, coming in second. He's coming in second all over the place. Once a bridesmaid, never a bride. Pereira with 14, though. Player of the match with 11. Jeez. So, yeah, definitely once a bridesmaid, never a bride. But overall, they look fantastic. They look like players who, I mean, what are you going to expect? The only thing I could have done to boost it would be to move Haaland over instead of Mbappe, but damn. Let's actually do a quick comparison with Salah, Mbappe and Salah, and you can see Mbappe's speed, vision, attacking, and technicals, Salah with aerial, mental, defending, and physicals. It really is a trade-off. I'm actually surprised that Salah is 16 in the physical and Mbappe is only 14. That's kind of an interesting stat. I always thought Mbappe was a little bit more of a brutish character. But also, let's take a look at Haaland. And as you can see, Haaland is definitely a bigger beast. Basically winning out in every category except technical, vision, and speed. So Haaland has a speed of 18. But that's it. Honestly, I just wanted to do a very quick episode to see what Mbappe and Bellingham would be like with Liverpool and Salah off the team. I love Salah, don't get me wrong. I have no desire to get rid of Salah. But when he was having his contract stalemate, I was kind of thinking, you know what, maybe it's time to go. But now that he signed his contract, in love again, will always be a Salah fan. The man is just amazing, no matter what. On and off the pitch, love him to death. So, but that's going to do it for me for the FM blog channel. I am Sapien FM. Thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy. And Liverpool, seriously, sign Bellingham. I mean, what are you going to do? Sign him, for the love of God.